Hi everyone, welcome to the Improved Garage YouTube channel, or the future of the Improved Garage YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a couple things that I picked up to hopefully make these YouTube videos a little bit better in the future. So historically, I've done my video recordings using an iPhone with this, it's kind of like a handheld tripod, and it extends a little bit. It's kind of a telescoping tripod. So it goes up to like 2 feet, and when I'm recording things, I often have it like sitting on top of that garbage can or something along those lines, or just angled up, and it hasn't really been great. And I've been using my iPhone as the video recording and sound recording device, which I have an iPhone 11 Pro. It has a good camera. It actually does a decent job. The audio isn't always so great when I'm walking around and doing different things. So to combat that, I've been using my Beats headset and having my iPhone record video from the camera and then audio from the Beats. Now the iPhone application, the camera app that's built into the iPhone, does not support external audio sources for recording. So to get around that, I've been using a third-party app called Movie Pro, and Movie Pro allows you to record from the headset and use the video camera on the phone. So I messed around a little bit with that, but the video recording capabilities aren't great with Movie Pro. It's just not great. It's kind of all over the place, and you have things like, if you watch my last couple videos, you'll see the sun coming through my windshield when I'm driving the car, and there's like glare on the screen, and it doesn't really go away. Like it doesn't automatically clean that stuff up as it goes. So today I ordered a couple things from Amazon on Wednesday. Today's Friday. So everything just came, and I just kind of want to go through it. So first things first, I got a better tripod. It's still junk. Like, don't get me wrong. This is a $25 tripod. It was 50% off. I got it for $12. It's Tacklife, which is a brand name of some sort. I actually have purchased one or two things that are Tacklife before, and they've been acceptable. So this is the tripod. So it comes with tripod itself, black aluminum, seems nice enough. It comes with a quick connect head, so I can put my phone in it, take it out. It's got the clamp for the phone, which is kind of nice. It also has the normal screw for you to connect it to a camcorder or something along those lines. It comes with a remote, which is cool because I can start and pause recording theoretically on my phone. It's a Bluetooth remote using this guy remotely. So I have that. The legs extend. I'll post a link in the description to this. It's fine. I mean, it's a cheap tripod, but it's way better than the one that I'm using right now. And it has the quick release, which is kind of nice. So you can take the head off of it and adjust it and all that kind of stuff. So let me actually mount my phone in there to record the rest of this. Okay. I bought two other things. So the next thing that I picked up, the tripod comes with a case too, which seems nice enough. We're just gonna call this the Chinacam 4000. It is a digital life camcorder, high definition. It's 2.7K, which, I'm not sure if you're aware of that standard. 2K just isn't enough. It's not quite 4K, but it's 2.7K, which is apparently 2688 by 1520p. It does 1080p at 30 or 60 frames per second. So that was all I really needed. I didn't want to get into 4K. 4K was about double the price. It's like 70, 80 bucks. It's fairly inexpensive. It's a Better Life camcorder, high definition. So let's open it up and see what we got. So there's instructions. Need attention. Our camera is equipped with 2 lithium batteries, one of which is inverted in the camera battery compartment. Please install battery correctly before using the camera for the first time, otherwise the camera will not charge and will not boot. For more information, please read the tips card in detail. Okay. Please format the memory card before using this video camcorder. So when we open it up, take out everything that we get here. Kind of an adapter ring. We've got a hood. We've got a remote. We've got a battery. We've got a USB cable and a charge adapter. We have a microphone. We have I guess this is called a crane. It's like a handle to hold it. And then we have a case. Camera inside, I'm guessing. Okay. So, here's our camera. DVC, digital video camera, 2.7K, high definition video, 30 megapixels. So on the bottom there's a door, this opens up. It's a little clunky, get the battery out. Okay, so we'll flip the battery over. There's arrows to show the way to put it in. Okay, so battery's in. Let's open it up. Welcome. You've got mail. Okay, I've got a lens cap on it, so it seems fine. Now, the purpose of this camera, I don't expect this camera to take superior video to my iPhone 11 Pro. I'm just gonna put that out there. The iPhone has 3 lenses, it's got a really good image sensor. I don't expect this to be superior. I do expect it to be acceptable, and it allows me to not have my iPhone tied up, because I'm running into, there's basically 3 problems that I'm running into. One, my iPhone is 64 gig, and I've got like 58 gigs of things that I need on it. My mail for work, my podcasts, pictures, videos, different things like that. So I've got music. So I've got like 50 some gigs of stuff. So when I'm recording video, if I record like an hour to an hour and a half of video, my iPhone is almost full, and I have to offload it before I can record more. So it's not like I can be in the garage and I can do 3 or 4 things in the course of a day and then download them at the end of the day. Secondly, my iPhone, I'm just destroying the battery on it. I'm running it dead. Every time I'm doing videos, I'm just running it down to nothing, especially while I've got the headset connected and I'm also recording video at the same time. So, it's always dead. And then the third thing, it's hard for people to hear me using the microphone on the iPhone, and then the app didn't work great with the headset. So I got this guy. Now, this seems fine. It is a little, I was looking at it a little bit here before I opened it up on the camera, but it is a little janky. So to start off, it comes with a hood, right? So there's a cover and it comes with a hood. So there's like this adapter ring, and the adapter ring gets threaded on there like that. Drop it on the ground. So the adapter ring gets threaded on there like this. And then this hood gets threaded onto the adapter ring. So the problem becomes that with that on there, you physically cannot put this lens cover on. So I can't have a lens cover and my hood, which means I have to take my hood off every time I want to be done with the camera. Okay, I guess I have to take it off every time I'm done with the camera. It's plastic threads on plastic threads. It seems like something that's going to break and, just not last very long. The case, the camera comes in, and I realize it's an $80 camera, but the camera comes in a case. Why not just make the case a little bit bigger and put all of the accessories in the case too? If this bag was twice the size and everything else fit in it, that would be awesome. you know, it doesn't have to even be as big as this box. A little bit bigger than what it is. Big enough to put this crane folded up and the microphone and the hood in it, and that would be great. But they don't. So you buy the camera, you need a case. I'm sure if I bought a more expensive camera, it would come with a better case. Get it. The crane is cool. It screws onto the bottom. The battery and the SD card get entered through the bottom, so you have to take it off in order to change those. But the crane is actually nice. It feels nicely built. The plastic feels durable. It's got some flex to it. It feels like the nylon you would use, like that an RC car would be built of. It seems honestly really nice. On the bottom of it, there's a tripod screw, so you can connect it to a tripod, even with this connected. It's like a plastic protective covering here, so pull that off. So then the next thing that's kind of janky. So it comes with this remote. Remote's cool. It's IR. The IR sensor is right here on the front of the camera, which makes sense, right? You use it to control the camera. With this attached, the IR sensor is completely covered. So therefore, this does not work. And well, so is the light. So the hood doesn't work either. And then next, there is this microphone, which has like two buttons. There's a 0 dB and a plus 20 dB setting. And connected this. It plugs into the back. It uses like a standard 1/8 inch plug, a headphone plug. So I plugged it into the back of the camera and tried it out. But honestly, from here to across the room, you couldn't hear what I was saying. It just, even on plus 20 dB, you couldn't hear what I was saying. So the microphone is really, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work well. But the video quality honestly isn't bad. I took a couple sample videos with it. It does a decent job. Oh, and the last thing. Okay, so it comes with two batteries. There's battery in it. It comes with a spare battery. The way to charge the battery, though, is to plug the camera into the wall. So that means that I have to charge it with the battery in it. Then I have to take this battery out to put the other battery in it to charge it with the battery. So you can't charge a battery while you're using the camera, which makes no sense to me. Any power tool, anything in the world that you want to use, any camera that I've ever owned, like my Nikon camera, and I realize like there's a difference between an $80 camera and a $1,000 camera, but you know, any camera I've ever used, there's a charger that this sits in that plugs into the wall and it charges it, and then you know the camera has the second battery in it while you're using it. Just makes sense, but you have to charge it inside the camera, so whatever. It's an $80 camera, so I'm gonna play around with it, see if it's any good. If it's not acceptable, passable, then I'll return it. So the other thing that I bought, we're gonna see how this works. And this I haven't opened yet, so open this with me. So I bought a Samson Go Mic Mobile. So Samson is a professional audio company like Sennheiser or Shure or lots of other companies. We used to use their products when I was in school and like running plays and doing DJing and stuff like that. They make decent professional audio and DJ equipment. This was about $200, like $188 or something like that. It was like $200 with tax. And this is a lavalier microphone with a receiver that connects to either an iPhone, an Android phone via USB, or it can connect to something like this with a regular audio cable. So let's see how this is. So first impressions, the case is actually big enough to hold all the stuff. Imagine that. All right, so next. Put the case. Okay, so there's a book up here, spot for some accessories, and then we'll just kind of pull everything out so I can move the case and look through everything. All right, so my hope is that this will be able to connect to that camera and provide me with decent audio, because I care about the audio far more than I do the video, honestly. Like I set my video camera up, it captures what I'm doing. I'm not really showing incredibly detailed work, but if I'm washing a car, if I'm walking around something, I want it to pick up my audio from 10 feet away and not have it be echoey, not have the volume up and down all over the place, and all of that kind of stuff. So my goal is to improve the audio. So my hope is that this can connect to that and provide me decent audio, and that is video, and it ends up being a solution that's acceptable up to the point where I go and buy a real camera. I mean, at this point, YouTube makes me no money. Like, I have 8 subscribers. So I make no money from it. I'm just doing it as an outlet. Maybe at some point my channel will actually have some subscribers and have some people, and maybe there'll be some monetization, who knows if that'll ever happen. But I didn't want to go out and spend $1,000 on a Sony camera, or even $800 on like a Canon Rebel or something like that, and buy something high end, just to not use it for anything other than this thing, which makes me no money, which is kind of a hobby. And I realize that sounds a little ridiculous, because I clearly spend money on all kinds of things like cars and stuff like that, but it's different for me. So if the camera is not acceptable, I can at the very least connect this to my iPhone, and it will give me good quality audio on my iPhone to match my video. And then I'll come up with a different way to listen to podcasts while I'm doing my actual video recording. So let's see what we've got here. So the first bag, this is a USB power brick. It looks like they have different adapters for different countries. So it's a universal brick, and then it comes with a, and I bought this from Best Buy because they had it locally. They sell them on Amazon. I'll post a link in the description. I think this is actually gonna be pretty legit. So I've got the power adapter. So there's my US prongs on my power adapter. This is a 5-watt USB, so it's a pretty standard USB brick. An Apple iPhone charger or whatever would be about the same. 5-volt, 1 amp, 5-watt. So we have that first. Next, we have go in the box. I have 15 days to return it. I don't think I'm going to. I think it's going to be really good, but just in case, you never know. So this is the Lavalier transmitter. So this is the transmitter that goes on your body. Let's see what it uses. Okay, so it uses 2 AA batteries. There's an adjustable gain in here, which is pretty normal. Power button on the top, and it uses a standard, it's a 3-pin mic cable. So these are fairly universal. When I was in school 15 years ago, we were using Audio Technicas that were pretty similar to this. And this plug is universal. It's like a mini XLR. And these can be changed out, because this is what breaks. This is what gets caught in somebody's shirt, or whatever, caught on a car, or caught on, there's somebody's dancing or whatever. Like, this is what gets caught and broken. These things tend to be really, they tend to be really durable. This is the receiver, and the receiver, okay, so there's a tripod mount in the bottom, and then there's like this clip in the top, and I think, yeah, so it's got like this screw to tighten it down. So it moves in and out, and you can connect it on the phone. So this will end up being my tripod mount on my phone. Tighten it down on the phone, clips it in there, or whatever, it'll be attached to my crane on my camera, something along those lines. I'll figure that out. So this is the Go Mic mobile receiver. It looks to be rechargeable. It charges via mini USB. There's a micro USB that's USB audio out, and then there's an analog audio out as well. So I'll have to figure that out. Next are my cables. So this comes with a couple of cables. so we have, so this is a lightning cable. So it's micro USB on this side, it's lightning on this side. So this will be what plugs into an iPhone in order to record audio to an iPhone. This next one is a USB-C. So if you had a USB-C phone, or well, I guess it wouldn't be Thunderbolt, it would just be USB-C. This would plug into that. This one is standard micro USB. So if you had a phone that used micro USB, like a lot of Androids, that would plug into that. This is the charging cable. So this is mini USB, not micro USB. Mini USB it's like a little hat. And micro USB is the thin one, like a lot of phones have. So this would be the charging cable to actually charge the unit. And there is power on it, so we can play with it a little bit. And then this is an analog audio out. So this will be what I use to connect this guy to my camera, potentially. So we have our lavalier, and then these are different mounts for the for this. So there's like a flat mount, and there's a bottom half without the tripod insert. And then there's a top half that's just straight with no arm to grab the phone, to clip onto the phone. So, let's see what else is in here. There's another tripod mount with a screw. I don't know what that's supposed to. Oh, there's a tensioning nut for the tripod, and then, okay, so this screws into the back, so you can just put it right on a tripod, or onto something that has a tripod mount. So maybe that's how I would attach it to something like my crane or something like that. So we'll play around with that a little bit. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a battery for this. 2 AA's. All right, so I've got 2 AA's. Cool. All right, so press power, hold pair. Okay, press power, press this on. Screen, okay, channel 1, cool. So I'm probably gonna have to read the instructions here. There's a volume adjustment, there's an out, there's a headphone, 1, 2 outs. So let me let's see what's in there. Safety information, FCC, receiver, okay. Power pair switch, press less than 5 seconds to turn the unit on or off. Press and hold for more than 5 seconds to enter pairing mode. The Go Mic mobile receiver and transmitter are prepared from the factory. Analog output select switch sets the wiring of the analog output. The out 1 and 2 positions are for connecting to the smartphone's TRRS headset input. The headphone line output control is for connecting the receiver to a camera, mixer, or headphones. Okay. Vol control. This slider sets the level of the audio signal sent to the receiver's digital and analog inputs. Mix/2 channel switch sets the receiver output to either mixed mono or split left and right. Channel 1 and channel 2 indicators. When lit, what the LEDs indicate the receiver is paired with the transmitter. Okay, so I have the channel 1 light is lit, which means that my receiver is paired. So this is the channel 1 receiver. So it looks like I could have 2 of these connect to 1 of those. That's kind of cool. Battery level, this indicator lights green when the battery is charged, lights red when the battery is low, and orange when the battery is charging. So both things are green. USB audio, out jack. It's pretty much it. Okay, cool. So, it seems like I want to put this in headphone mode because that's what they said you want to use to hook it to a camera. So I'm going to remove my mic from here, pull this off. Ah, that's what that's for. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. So in here, there's this guy, which has a Phillips. So this goes here like this, and then there's a Phillips. It even comes with a little screwdriver. It's so cute. Okay, so that goes there, and then this okay. So there's a screw here, and this goes through here and kind of keeps this tight, right? So this is the mount to clip onto your iPhone. There's a spot up near the top, so this needs to be pushed in almost all the way, and then the screw can come all the way out. And the reason that I want to do that is to put this other one on there, this guy, which is more of a cap to protect this than anything. So put that in there. Oops. Tighten that down. Okay. So now there is a different one of these too. So it looks like this is just going to go on here sideways like that. So that goes in there like that. I'm actually probably better off with it the other way. Although, kind of gets in the way of my screen. So I probably want to be this way. I mean, ideally, I think that I'd like to be like this, but that's in the way. So maybe I'll just take this foot off altogether. Actually, let's just do that. And this seems thoughtfully designed. There's extra screws in here. There's a couple different bases. So it's, you know, it's kind of universal. There's a couple different ways to use it, it looks like, so it's pretty cool. So put this on here like this. Tighten this down. Okay. So now I can take this and I can plug it into my mic connector on my camera. Cool. And then we will also need to put our SD card in here. Card initialization done. Okay. So what I want to do is try to record some audio. So we're going to take this microphone. I don't know what the best position is going to be, but I'll play around with that a little bit too. Okay, so we've got our microphone connected, and I've got my pack on my back pocket there. So let's try and record, see how it works. So we're going to record, have a conversation, say a couple things, point back at my camera there. Okay, so I've said a couple things. I'm nearby. Let me walk away. So I'm on the other side of my garage, still saying things, and we'll see how that works. Okay, so I'm back here, stop recording, and we can watch this together. Record, have a conversation, say a couple things, point back at my camera there. Okay, so I've said a couple things. I'm nearby. Let me walk away. So I'm on the other side of my garage, still saying things, and we'll see how that works. Okay, take two. So I turned the volume down from I was at like a 3.5 out of 5. Now I'm at like a 2.5 out of 5. Going to walk around, see how this works. Test it again. I'm on the other side of my garage, talking normally. Okay, so I'm recording on the headphone setting. I'm on the mix setting. I'm going to change it to 2-channel. I'm going to change it back to mix. I'm going to change it to 1. This is back on headphone 2-channel. Headphone mix. I'm at volume 2. That's volume all the way down. That's volume all the way up. That's volume all the way down. Okay, so I'm recording again. This is the third time. I now have the volume turned all the way down on my Samson Go Mic mobile receiver. The gain is still in the middle position on my microphone itself, so that can be dropped down as well if I needed to. Okay, so this is going to be my last try tonight. So this is recorded using the new camera, and my microphone is attached to my shirt right there. I have the wireless pack in my pocket, and the wireless receiver is on the camera. The video quality isn't really too bad. It seems to do a fairly good job. You know, I guess my colors aren't fantastic, but whatever. I don't necessarily really care. The audio quality was the thing that I was mostly chasing, so I think it sounds pretty good. I've got my my volume on the receiver turned all the way down. I've got the volume on my pack in my pocket. The gain turned, it's at like a 1/3 right now, so clearly I could turn it a lot louder than if I needed to, but it seems to be working pretty well. So the last thing that I'm going to do is attach this to the tripod so that I can get that going tonight. So it comes with this quick release thing that I stuck the iPhone holder on. So I made it too tight. There we go. Okay, So this, I don't know if I want to use I guess I'll use the crane. But if that's the case, if I'm going to use the crane, I need to attach it to the camera first. So all right, so our crane is attached to our camera. Our base is attached to our camera. And our camera is attached to our tripod. So now I can play with my height adjustment. Zoom in and out. I don't have the hood on the camera. The reason for that is because the hood blocks the IR sensor, so then I can't use the remote. I also can't use the light. There's a light. Let's see how that works. Oh, okay. This is night vision light. So it kind of kicks me to black and white. I also have a zoom in, zoom out function on the remote. The remote isn't great, but it works. And I can start and stop recording. I can also apparently snap a picture. Yeah, so it seems like it works fine. So I guess that's going to be my answer for a little while. $70 camera with a $200 microphone. Hopefully I'll get better audio, and then I don't know, maybe in the future if this channel takes off or something, I'll go out and pick up a you know, a nice high-end camera. There's probably still going to be a video from time to time that I do on my iPhone. The macro lens on the iPhone is a nice feature. Often when I'm close up to things, it's nice to be able to zoom out past 0. Which this can't do. So, you know, I can only be so close to it, I guess. I'm about, I don't know, 2.5 feet, 3 feet away right now. So we're going to call it a day. I'm going to throw this stuff on the charger. Tomorrow I'll do a car wash video with this attached, and we'll see how that works.